So what happens when Housemarque, which made Resogun and Matterfall, teams up with the guy that made Smash TV, Eugene Jarvis? You get Nex Machina. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Dimebot, and today we're going to be taking a look at this, so let's get this out of the way real quick. Language. It's got options. A fair amount of them, as you can see. Cross-platform rankings enabled or disabled. Vibration. I don't know why it has this actually in here, because I actually haven't been able to get this game to... there it goes. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Well, let's give this a shot. It plays just fine with mouse and keyboard, by the way, guys. Audio. We've got slider, well, percentages. So it's... I like sliders better, but at least this is out of 100%, so some good control there. Graphics, you have HUD opacity. There's a filter, grayscale or retro. I'm gonna leave it on normal for you guys. Distance morphing, full screen windowed. Vertical sync, window on defocus, so if you tab out, it'll actually window itself. I like to leave that off. So you've got screen space reflections, you've got shadow quality, and you've got voxel quality. That's really all you've got for options. Pretty simple looking game, pretty simple menu. Let's jump in, and I'm going to take a run in the arcade mode on Rookie so I can show you guys the game real quick. This is a twin-stick shooter. It is a gorgeous twin-stick shooter at that. So, needless to say, you know exactly how I'm moving about. Now, the game is divided up into a little series of rooms, as you can see. There's a dash move. That's on left trigger. Nice and easy. You also do pick up secondary weapons. I just don't have them yet. As you can see, no death gets you a nice bonus. Alright, so here's where the game starts to introduce other mechanics. There are humans that you can save in each little area. Now, you don't have to save them, but they do increase your score. So it adds a little bit of a taking risk element to the game. Alright, so now I have a spread shot and a sword. It's worth noting that the dash does give you really, really brief iframes. Like, not a lot. There's your secondary weapon. The sword's actually one of my least favorites. I really don't care for it. So, at this point, you may be asking yourself, well, how does it control? It controls absolutely flawlessly. The controls are incredibly tight. If you die, it's pretty much going to be your fault. I've never really felt like this game killed me unfairly. That's to say I haven't felt like this game has punished me unfairly, and we'll definitely talk about that in just a minute. But first, let's save some humans. Alright, so this is a good time to talk about this. I have just lost my triple dash. Every time you die, you lose one of your power-ups, and I'm mistiming my dashes horribly here. Fuck me. This is why I wanted to play this on easy for you guys. So you'll notice that I just cannot seem to walk past that without running into it for some reason. I'm like a damn moth. You'll notice that I was down to the base character that we started with there. And I have lost my sword, actually. Just straight up lost it. Let's kill these guys. There's the triple dash. And that's a big enemy. Alright. So at this level I can actually just kind of sit back. This one gave me a lot of trouble for the longest time until I just learned to be patient. You just kind of have to do that with this game, is just learn not to rush. I mean, you do want to go relatively quickly, but being stupid will get you killed, as you saw. Another sub-weapon I really don't like. There seems to be an optimal set of weapons in this game, and I have not gotten either of them, or the ones I want yet. The spread shot's nice. So yeah, as I was saying, and as I just demonstrated, weapon range, nice. A lot of your deaths are going to be due to your own errors, which those 4 or 5 in a row back there most assuredly were my fault. I've never really felt like the game is not responding to my controls. I have felt like the game hates me, though, and we will definitely talk about that. So there is a definite element of punishing the shit out of you in this game when you die. Nice. Losing a power-up and then having to make it back, actually, it makes it even harder on you. So the game does punish you for dying by just making it even harder for you to accomplish what you were trying to accomplish in the first place. There we go. Out of this one. It's an interesting gameplay design. I don't think I agree with it, but, you know, to each their own. Some people may actually like it. I can see the argument for it. It makes the game more challenging and encourages you to play tactically and not screw up, but for me, it just kind of feels like the game is really, really working me over for making a simple mistake. Especially because you can die, you know, in one hit, as I showed off. You do sometimes get a shield, like I just picked up there, that's good to save you from, like, one hit. But, like I said, that's only one hit. So let's talk about the enemies. The enemies are, and the graphics in general, the game is gorgeous. I love the voxels that they exploit into. Lots of bright lights, lots of flashy details. You're always going to know where you're going and what the enemies are, what the objectives are. Everything is very neatly color-coded for you. And it just looks phenomenal. Everything's smooth and crisp. I've never seen this game drop a frame. It runs gorgeously. Enemies, you know, every area has its own set of enemies. You know, you see tons and tons of enemy variety. It helps keep things fresh. You have to fight them all with different strategies, so it keeps you on your toes. All in all, I just think that's a really great part of the game's design. It's constantly throwing new things at you, new challenges, and you absolutely have to stay on your toes and learn quickly. There are bosses in this game too, and we'll probably get to one here in just a minute or so, but like, these guys are brand new. These turrets are a new idea. Occasionally the camera will switch up on you like that, which is actually really neat to me. And here we go. Some new levels. I really also enjoy the music in this game. I'll shut up for a minute, actually, and let you guys listen to it. Alright, so here is the boss, and this is where things begin to get a lot chaotic, really. In typical shooter fashion, this boss has multiple waves, multiple attack patterns. This is actually a much better secondary weapon because I can detonate it at range. So, there we go. This boss, not terribly hard. But they are pretty damn cool and a nice little cap off to the end of a world. Now, there are 5 worlds. And once you complete one, it'll show you how many humans you saved. There's also secrets and secret exits and beacons. I have found a couple secret exits, have not found any beacons, so I might make a follow-up video just showing that off real quick if I can ever find one. But this world introduces some enemy types that I really loathe. You know, you're going to have that in any twin stick. There we go. So let's talk a little bit about the replayability of this game. So the levels are more or less set. They're not really procedurally generated. As far as I can tell and as far as I've read. This is a straight score attack game. There's not a story. Just don't even worry about a story. It's not there. You're not exactly missing anything. This is a straight up score attack game. It's an optimization game. It's getting good knowing the enemy patterns. The one thing I do see as a problem is, as far as I could tell so far, the optimal run is going to involve you having pretty much the same loadout every time. I'm always looking for the same weapons, and everything I've seen online, a lot of people are looking for the same weapons. There's a laser cannon that you can get that is absolutely something that you want for this game, as well as the spread and the range extender, the triple dash, the explosive dash, and the shield. Those are all things that you absolutely really need, and I kind of feel it takes away the temptation to experiment with weaponry if there is kind of an optimum way to play. Now, of course, that might change if this game, you know, has updates or any kind of a meta, but right now there's very much a set of items that you want and that you try to go out of your way to get. One thing I do appreciate, and I will say this, is I've mentioned it a couple times, the controls, how good they are, but really it's very easy to control yourself in this chaos. You know, there's a lot going on screen, but I find it very easy in this game, as opposed to some other shmups of this type, to keep track of where I am. You know, sometimes you can lose yourself in these games. I haven't had that really be an issue with this one. I always know where I am on screen at all times. It's... oh, damn it, I did not want that sword. Fuck me. And that actually ties right back into my point about it. It feels like there is only really one way to play weapon loadout-wise, and I did not want this weapon, and I'm not real thrilled about the situation I find myself in right now. I mean, the sword is powerful, yes, but I want my laser. So does everybody else. Thank God for that shield. This level's extremely irritating. And so you just kind of keep going. Now the other game modes, there is a local co-op. You can also do an arena run, or you could choose to focus on a single world. It's kind of a nice way to practice. Okay, come on. Let's get through this. So, there's not a ton of modes. Co-op is nice. It is a local co-op, but I mean, that's fine. This is not one of those games where you have to crowd more than one person around the keyboard. Laser. Ah, yes. This is what I've been wanting the whole time. This weapon is OP as shit. This is one that I would consider key to an optimal run, because you could just do that with it. There we go. And like that. So yeah, maybe one of my prime complaints with the game is the fact that there is this this idea of an optimal thing, and there's not a lot of incentive to play. I hope they add more weapons. I hope they change it up a little bit. I would love to see DLC for this game. I think that would be fucking amazing. It plays great, looks great, sounds great, so I would definitely recommend buying it, guys. Yep, this has been a look at Nex Machina. Go pick it up. It's very reasonably priced, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you enjoyed the video, guys, by all means, hit that subscribe button over there. Give it a like, or if you disliked it, the dislike button is over on the other side, so do what you will. My name's Dimebot. See you guys next time. Hey, did you enjoy that video? Awesome. How about you click that subscribe button right there, or that Patreon button. Or if you're too lazy to do either one of those, check out these other two videos. I bet you'll like them.